What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today I want to go ahead and sit down and explain to you guys why I personally feel like the community is going to potentially get it to a point where the developers will just shun us, completely ignore every last bit of our feedback, which already, in our current position, let's be real here, they do shun us enough as it is. Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, they're not like other development teams. Now, Sledgehammer is a little bit more lenient when it comes to their community, but Infinity Ward and Treyarch, I don't want to say they are the most egotistical people out there, but they do have a decent-sized ego, and they typically choose their opinions over the community. Now, this time around, I gotta be real. Infinity Ward has been the most lenient I've ever seen them. I'm being dead serious with you right now. In Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare 2019, Call of Duty Ghost, this is probably the most lenient we have seen the new Infinity Ward team with their community. And I appreciate that. But there are major things that have to be changed in this game still. But I feel like the developers will not listen to any of these massive changes we want because, once again, the community focuses the problems on the wrong things. Now, again, I enjoy roasting stuff. I enjoy making fun of stuff. I have no problem with this stuff whatsoever. But the community, they take it a tad bit too serious, to the point where you'll see these things lined up everywhere. On Twitter posts, on Reddit boards, on YouTube channels, especially on, Reddit boards where the developers are present, and on Twitter, under the actual developers' posts, you see tons of this stuff. And it worries me because it makes me think, my God, they just won't take us serious. They see us preaching this stuff, which, once again, I don't have a problem with roasting it because it's hilarious, It's content on the internet, and it's always great to have something to chuckle about. But like I said, taking it to the next level over real criticism is where they're just going to think that we don't know what we're talking about. For those who don't know, there was a massive post on Reddit, basically not claiming, but trying to showcase that there is potentially sound-based matchmaking in the game. There's skill-based matchmaking. Well, now apparently there's sound-based matchmaking where a lower-skilled player can hear enemies louder than someone who is more experienced, where the players are mute. Now, this is an interesting topic. I gotta be honest, because I myself and a lot of you guys as well have experienced it in this game, whether it's a glitch or not, the sound being massively reduced. Whether, like I said, it's a glitch and they're going mute out of nowhere because there's a problem, or there's a million and one reasons. But this right here is interesting. It's something to talk about. It's something to roast. It's something to make jokes about. Something to make content about. It's interesting. We as the community can go ahead and rotate around this, share different opinions, and discuss it respectfully. But then there is another portion where we are pushing this to the max degree. Like, this is 110% in the game when we don't know. Again, it's great that we saw a Reddit post where this guy, showcased two different, variables, two different scenes of the lower skilled player and the higher skilled player, with the sound being different. But at the end of the day, it has to be completely tested out. And thankfully, Exclusive Ace went out of his way to go ahead and test the sound audio for both a lower skill player account and also a high skill player account. And in his video, you can clear as day see that there is absolutely no differences between both brackets. Now, like I said, it was an interesting topic. It was cool. It was great to talk about, especially knowing that, it's patents out there that Activision has for the core skill-based matchmaking that are absolutely insane. If you haven't read through some of those things, it's crazy. And again, we don't know how strictly they implement some of these features. Apparently nowadays in COD, it's pretty darn strict. But for sound-based matchmaking, nothing has been confirmed about it. It was just something that was thrown out there on an occurrence with no physical testing, back testing again and again and again to see what the actual truth is about the situation. And people are pushing it like this is the biggest deal in the game. It is the number one hottest topic. And screw everything else in this game. When it comes to discussing stuff with the developers, screw the actual, footstep noise in general, screw the potential bug that it might be. It might be completely glitched out of this world. Instead, let's complain about the sound-based matchmaking. And again, I want to make it very clear that I don't care if, your chat. I'm not saying, oh, nobody can talk about this at all. Or, if you say anything, you're banned. Who cares? I can't control what you say, and why should I care what you say? But the point that I'm trying to make here is stop taking this information and directly forcing it to the developers, because it's giving the overall community a bad look. They're going to look at us and say, are you serious right now? That's what you think is wrong with the sound in this game. And at that point, it makes me think that they're just not going to listen to anything else we got to say at all. It's a difference between having concrete evidence and no concrete evidence. Skill-based matchmaking, we can hammer it to them every single time, and there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing they can say about it. They can try to defend themselves, but if they try to defend themselves in any sort of way, we'll be able to have factual evidence of what's in the game. For sound-based matchmaking, we don't have that. If we had the patents behind the scenes to see what this is all about, or if we had more information about this stuff, then shoot, we would be all for it. We would be, hammering it down. We would be, letting the developers know this is horrifying. But there isn't. And when people behind the scenes go further into detail and do more testing on it, it seems like it goes further and further away from being a factual thing within Modern Warfare 2. I think the overall community is just jumping the gun too quickly. They see something that is horrible within the game, and they instantly start hammering the developers in every possible way. And again, like I said, if you're frustrated with this game, you have all the rights in the world to express your opinion. But like I said, please don't bring the rest of the community down with you if this is the direction you're going to take, because you can definitely express negativity towards this game in many ways that are legitimate. There's tons of things in this game that are actually bad, that are not good, and people have been making complaints about it since day one, and I can't fight back about certain things. I agree, but something like this, if you're going to keep ramming at them, it's going to put a bad name for all of us, and eventually we won't see any improvements with the developers working with the community. I feel lucky right now to even see that we're at this point with Infinity Ward. I really do, For all the time that I've been in the Call of Duty community, you have to understand, they have always had an ego. It's no different this time around. This is just Call of Duty. It's so hard to get our point across to them. It really is. And to see just a slight bit of improvement is nice. And it makes me think that potentially maybe in the future we can see some legitimate fixes happening within this game, but only if we can potentially keep a good reputation between one another. If they slip up, then, obviously we have the rights to, either hate them, not want to buy their games anymore, whatever, so on and so forth. And if we slip up, they're going to have the right, obviously, to not even want to listen to us anymore. We got to prove to them that there are legitimate things in this game that are wrong, and we have to express our opinions with, like I said, factual information to back it up that we can prove across the board. Like, for example, red dots on the minimap. I want evidence. I personally want to see evidence that this is a problem in Call of Duty. I want to see the stats that they are saying more people are staying in Call of Duty because red dots are not on the minimap. I want to see that specific stat. I want to see that stat accumulating the millions and billions of dollars that they bring in constantly. And same thing with everything else they changed up in this game. Now, of course, I always express that I enjoy Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I enjoy my experience with this game, but at the same time, I can respectfully see that there are problems. And I just wish the community would focus on those problems. What about the perk system? We have absolutely no focus on this topic. We aren't getting any, communication about the perk system being changed up in the near future. So I'm assuming that we're stuck with this right now. And we're focusing on things that, aren't even official in the game just yet. I want good changes for this game. Maybe not everyone, because not everybody is going to enjoy this game. We got to keep it real. This game isn't made for everybody, and I respect that. But I want to see this game improve. I can see it being up there as a top Call of Duty contender, only if these developers can fix up the core problems within the experience. But that's up to how we, the community, express these problems to them. It's up to how we, the community, prioritize the problems that we're having within the game. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me? There's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.